Well, this question tells us the following. It says, 9 years ago, a bank granted Mandy a home loan of 500. Let's write this down. The present value is 525,000 Rand. Well, that was a few years ago. Homes don't cost that anymore. They're much more expensive. This loan was to be repaid over a period of 20 years, okay, at an interest rate of 10% per annum compounded monthly. Now, the first problem we have is with this. It's per annum compounded monthly. It's a nominal rate, a nominal monthly rate. We need to change it into an effective monthly rate. So how do we do that? Well, we're going to change it into I at the same time. It would be 10 divided by that 1200. Now, folks, if you throw that into your calculator, you get 0.0083, and the 3 recurs. Okay. I like working with these decimals because I make the most stupid mistakes with fractions. You can imagine, I know your fractions, you have a fraction on top of a fraction. So try and make your work as easy as possible. Okay, it says now, Mandy decided to make monthly installments. Okay, so Mandy said she'll pay 6K per month. 6,000 per month is what she's going to make instead of the 5,066 Rand and 36 cents that's required to amortize this loan. How many payments will she make to settle the loan? Okay, so we are going to look at, let me just see, an annuity because it's a home loan that she's paying back. But let's go to a timeline. It's going to show what happens. Okay, the timeline starts at T0. You usually start paying at the end of the first period, and she is supposed to pay for 20 years. If it was 5066. Now we don't know how much she pays because she decided to pay, I'm going to write 6K. I'm sure you guys know what that K represents now. Okay, so it's 6,000 per month. We want to know how many of those is she going to make. It is an annuity because it's a regular payment at a regular interval. So let's go for it. The house loan was 525000, which is 6,000, our present value formula, 1 minus 1,0083 recurring to the minus n divided by 0,0083 recurring. Now, folks, when you put that 0,0083 on your calculator, put about 10 threes after it. Make it recur. Put quite a few threes there. You can't just put in 0,0083. It recurs. There's more to it than that. Okay, so now we need to do what? We need to get this by itself. So it means we're going to divide this to this side. We're going to multiply that. So we're dividing that. We multiply that, and then we subtract the 1 from whatever is left here on the left-hand side. All of this is calculator work. Okay, so when you do that calculator work, you get to a beautiful component that says you now have 1,0083 recurring to the power minus n. So that is by itself. We divide it by 600, we multiplied by the denominator, and then we subtracted 1. So on the right-hand side, we get 13 over 48. Okay, so both sides are positive, which I'm very happy about, because remember, you are now going to use your exponential laws, which says you must either get the bases the same and work with the powers. If you can't get the bases the same, then you need to use logs. So we know those bases are not going to be the same. On the left, we've got 1 comma something. On the right, it's 13 over 48, which is already smaller than the 1 over here. So we're going to go straight away and say this is minus n, which is the log of 13 over 48 divided by the logarithm of 1,0083 157.83 and you recur it completely, you get to minus 157,402. Now, obviously, we can just drop the two negatives there and we have a positive answer, which is what we need. It's a period. Okay, let's talk about what this answer means. Folks, if it's 157, comma, even if this was comma 1, there's still a payment left. If this was comma 9, you will not take it to 158. Okay? You will say, therefore, she makes, let's answer it properly, she makes 157 payments of 6,000 Rand each, plus a final payment which is less than 6,000 Rand to settle the loan. Okay, so what does that mean? In total, there's 158 payments left. Okay, so that's the first part. The first part is normal. It says present value annuity. We could do that quite quickly. Okay, the second part says, after making monthly installments of 6,000 for 9 years, Mandy required money to fund her daughter's university fees. She went to the bank for a loan, and the bank said, okay, instead of giving you a loan, we're going to give you a loan that to the amount of the amount that you were supposed to pay, which was, let's write it down here, the supposed number of money or amount of money she had to pay was 5066, comma, what did they say here? Where is it? Comma 36. And she paid 6,000. Now they're going to give her the difference, folks. But remember, she paid that money over the 9 years that she's been paying this bond. Okay, so we need to find the difference between those two, give her interest on her money, and move forward. So let's see. The difference is 6,000 minus that 5066, and that gives us 933 Rand and 64 cents. But now remember, it is a monthly payment that she made, or overpayment of that amount. So on the timeline, it starts at timeline 1, and it carries on for 9 years. She did that, so that's 108 months, and we've got to find the future value of that money, because she's taking the money out today over here at this point. So we're looking at a future value annuity. So the future value of this money that she can get, remember the interest rate, nothing else changes. Okay, is this 933,64 that goes forward at 1,0083 recurring for 108 months divided by 0,0083 recurring. You've got to put interest with that money. You cannot just say it is 108 multiplied by 933.64. No, folks. No financial institution works like that. And if she accepted that, then she was done in. Okay, so they've got to give her money back with interest. Okay, so if we calculate this amount over here, she can get 162,503 Rand and 51 cents to fund her daughter's university studies.